Do you love business strategies and would like to learn how multi-billion companies take over the market? If yes, please stay tuned till the end as we explore the crisis encountered by Equifax and the strategies they used to overcome them. Now, let's get right into the video. Equifax, a global provider of data, analytics, and technology, contributes significantly to the economy by assisting businesses in a wide range of sectors, including automotive, communications, utilities, financial services, fintech, healthcare, insurance, mortgage, professional services, retail, e-commerce, and government agencies, to make more informed decisions. It is able to generate the insights that underpin decisions that move people forward because of the distinctive combination of its differentiated data, analytics, and technology. Along with Experian and TransUnion, it is one of the 3 largest consumer credit reporting agencies. Over 10 million electronic transactions are handled or facilitated daily by the company for 300,000 customers worldwide. 24 nations in America, Europe, and Asia-Pacific operate or invest in Equifax. It is a global company with over 10,000 employees and trades on the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, under the symbol EFX. The headquarters of Equifax is in Atlanta, Georgia. But, how did this massive company begin? Cater and Guy Wolford established Equifax in 1899 under the name Retail Credit Company, RCC. The business grew to become one of the largest credit bureaus in North America in the 1960s, with locations in both the United States and Canada. Even though it continued to run credit reports, the majority of the work the company did was reporting to insurance companies when people applied for a new life, auto, fire, and medical insurance policies. RCC also looked into insurance claims and made employment reports when people were looking for new jobs. Retailer's Commercial Agency, its subsidiary at the time, was in charge of the majority of the credit work. The Retail Credit Company changed its name to Equifax in 1975. To build a better understanding of the events that took place around Equifax, it is important that we build up the context, solidly. To do so, we need to understand in detail what product and services Equifax offer. Equifax sells consumer credit and insurance reports and related analytics to businesses in a variety of industries, primarily in the business-to-business market. Retailers, insurance companies, healthcare providers, utilities, government agencies, and other financial institutions are among the business customers. Software, analytics, demographic data, and credit reports for businesses are all offered by Equifax. Additionally, it provides commercial credit reports with information about businesses of all sizes, both financial and non-financial. Through the National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange, which is an exchange of non-credit data such as consumer payment history on telecommunications and utility accounts, it collects and provides data. In addition, Equifax began providing identity theft and credit fraud prevention products to the credit consumer market in 1999. Residents of the United States are required by law to receive one free disclosure of their credit file each year from Equifax and other credit monitoring agencies. Fraud IQ Authenticate Device is one fraud prevention product that Equifax offers that is based on device fingerprinting. In the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom, Equifax expanded into commercial credit reports. In the past, the company provided digital certification services, but in September 2001, it sold those services to GeoTrust. In order to compete favorably in the data market, the company made some acquisitions. 1. Certegy, which later acquired Fidelity National Information Services in 2006, was formed when Equifax spun off its payment services division in 2001. 2. Anacom, a San Diego, California-based identity verification software company that pioneered SMS-based two-factor authentication, was acquired by Equifax in October 2010. 3. In October 2011, eThority, a business intelligence company with its headquarters in Charleston, South Carolina, was acquired by Equifax. eThority has remained in Charleston despite its partnership with Equifax's St. Louis-based TALX. 4. The largest credit reference agency in Australia at the time, Veda, was acquired by Equifax in February 2016. Alright, just to get a clearer view of the powers and rights of Equifax customers, Let's get into the legal provisions given to customers by law. The Fair Credit Reporting Act was enacted by the U.S. Congress in 1970 after the company computerized its records, making personal information more easily accessible. Consumers were granted rights to information about them that was stored in corporate databanks as a result of this legislation. Now that we know that customers have certain rights, let us dive into the crisis encountered by Equifax. For the sake of clarity, let us group them into lawsuits and data breach. We can now take a look at the lawsuits. 1. In 2014, St. Louis resident Kimberly Heyman filed a lawsuit against Equifax and Heartland Bank for reporting her death. 2. Gad Gazarov filed a lawsuit against Equifax in New York federal court in April 2014, claiming that the company incorrectly reported him as having no credit history due to his unusual first name. And here are the data breach crisis. 1. Between October 2012 and September 17, 2017, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau received over 57,000 consumer complaints about Equifax. The majority of these complaints were related to the company's incomplete, inaccurate, out-of-date, or misattributed information. 2. Cybercriminals gained access to the personal information of approximately 145.5 million Equifax customers in the United States, according to Equifax's announcement in September 2017. 3. On March 1, 2018, Equifax announced that an additional 2.4 million American customers had been affected by the breach, bringing the total number of Americans affected to 147.9 million. The company said on July 29, 2017, that it had discovered evidence of the cybercrime. 4. By selling company stock before the breach was made public, Jun Ying, the former CIO of Equifax, was accused of insider trading in March 2018. Ying pleaded guilty, received a sentence of 4 months in prison and 1 year on supervised release following an FBI investigation. He was fined, and was required to make restitution. 5. Sudhakar Reddy Banthu, a manager at Equifax, also pleaded guilty to insider trading and was given an 8-month home confinement sentence. 6. Breach of security in March 2017. News outfits reported on September 18, 2017, that Equifax had experienced a major breach of its computer systems in March 2017, and that it had begun notifying a small number of outsiders and banking customers about this attack at the beginning of March. Equifax hired Mandiant, a company owned by FireEye, to help with the March attack investigation. The same network security firm was also employed following the May to July breach. 7. Data on Argentine consumers exposed. In September 2017, Brian Krebs uncovered that the Argentine arm of Equifax had left confidential information from around 14,000 shoppers, and in excess of 100 staff individuals, accessible to anybody who entered admin, as both the username and secret key for one of its web-based frameworks. 8. Website malware. On October 12, 2017, according to ExtremeTech.com, the Equifax website offered drive-by downloads of malware to visitors. The malware was repackaged as an Adobe Flash update. Since only 3 out of 65 top anti-malware products at the time offered protection against the particular malware, many visitors to the Equifax website were at risk of having their computers infected. A $7 million contract with Equifax was reportedly suspended by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service as a result of the attack. Due to its infringement of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the company has been assessed fines by the FTC twice. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion were all fined $2.5 million in 2000 for blocking and delaying phone calls from customers seeking credit information. The FTC sued Equifax in 2003 for the same reason, and it settled with the company for a $250,000 fine. Many media outlets reported in July 2019 that Equifax had agreed to pay the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, up to $650 million to settle investigations by several state attorneys general, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and the FTC, as well as a consumer class action lawsuit related to the data breach. Equifax reached a global settlement in January 2020 with the Federal Trade Commission, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and 50 states and territories of the United States. There were open suggestions for people who were affected by the data breach to file claims against it. People who were affected by the data breach will receive up to $425 million as part of the settlement. In the end, regulators and Equifax settled for up to $700 million. Oh my, all these problems encountered by one company? As we can see, the company has gone through serious down moments that can leave many companies dead. But, did these situations kill Equifax? To determine that, let us take a good look at their current financials. 1. 2021's Equifax revenue was $4.9 billion, a 19.29% increase from 2020. 2. For the 12 months ending September 30, 2022, it generated $5.1 billion in revenue, an increase of 8.11% year-over-year. 3. Equifax reported $1.1 billion in annual operating income in 2021, a 68.19% increase from 2020. 4. Its operating income increased by 7.28% year-over-year to $1.132 billion for the year that ended September 30, 2022. 5. The annual net income of Equifax in 2021 was $0.744 billion, a 43.09% increase from 2020. 6. Equifax's total assets in 2022 totaled $11.308 billion, an increase from $11.041 billion in 2021. 7. Shareholder equity for Equifax in 2022 was $3.775 billion, from $3.601 billion for 2021. What? A total asset of $11 billion is no joke by any means. From the numbers above, it is obvious that Equifax survived the shipwreck and it is still waxing strong. But, how did you think they recovered this fast? From our research, Equifax has taken many steps to make sure that the crisis do not repeat, and to deliver the best-in-class value for its customers. To improve its operation, in July 2020, Equifax reported that the company had increased its position in commercial payment technology solutions by purchasing Ansonia Credit Data, Ansonia, a significant source of consumer credit, payments, and invoice receivables, AR, data utilized by financial institutions, other borrowers, and businesses in the shipping and logistics industries. Other steps they took include: 1. Investing more in data security. 2. Specialized employee training. 3. Customer-first approach to data handling. 4. Adapting better security practices. 5. Using analytics modeling to create more value for its customers. 6. Building cybersecurity awareness every month. 7. Using company-owned Total Verify Data Hub to deliver deeper insights. 8. Partnering with top institutions to drive research and innovations. The list will be so long if we continue. From what we have seen, it seems Equifax has learned its lessons and is now determined to keep you and I safe. Remember, Equifax did not pay us to make this video. We just felt it was time to analyze the problem, based on our own research. What do you think Equifax should do to sustain its success? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Kindly share this video with people in your network and subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so. See you in the next video.